Hello Dark Planet fans, I'm Matthieu Drotar here at the Dark Planet Studios. Today I'm joined with Aaron Myers, aka DJ Lil'e. Lil'e has been spinning in the DC area since 2002 and currently hosts regular mashup dance party nights at big venues such as the 930 Club and Rams Head Live in Baltimore. The latest edition of her dance party series, Lady Gaga vs. Madonna vs. Kylie Minogue, takes place on Friday, March 11th at the 930 Club, where Dark Planet's own DJ Lens will be opening. It's so nice to have you here today.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, for my first question, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you started DJing.
Well, let's see. I'm from DC originally, and I started spinning kind of accidentally. I went to art school for photography and studied photography, was a fine art photographer for a few years out of college, and then my husband actually bought 2 turntables and a mixer, and I made fun of him because it was a long time ago, and I didn't know anything. And then he started playing around with them, and I was intrigued. So I just said, "How do you do that? Let me see." And I started doing it, and I can honestly tell you, like, I've never had something come so naturally to me. So I just understood beat matching right away. All of a sudden, I just got it, and I decided to run with it. So I knew the girl who was the booking agent at the Black Cat, and I asked her if I could do an 80s alternative night, and that's how it started.
Cool. You have a very unique and artistic logo. How did that come about?
Well, I know enough about Illustrator to be dangerous, so I wanted to do something that was kind of a representation of, I don't know, just something that was me, but that wasn't necessarily, my face pictured up there. So I put a picture in Illustrator, just kind of traced my sort of most memorable features, my eyebrows, my mouth, and headphones, and then it was like, that's cool, and then I thought, do a little heart and plug the headphones into it, and there you go.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What are your favorite genres to spin? What makes DJ Lil'e tick?
Well, I mean, I'm most known for doing 80s alternative, but I think, I've done that for 10 years, and after a while you get sort of pigeonholed and everyone expects that every gig you do you're going to play 80s alternative. So I've started branching out a little bit more into sort of heavier beats, club and house stuff, things like that. It really depends on kind of where I am. I'm willing to sort of shift my own gears to fit the mood, so anything goes, really.
Cool. Tell us about your best and craziest memory as a DJ.
So, best and craziest are 2 separate things. I think the best was selling out the 930 Club the first time. There's just nothing like it. I mean, it was really an incredible experience and totally unexpected, so that was amazing. But craziest, I DJ'd a wedding, I don't remember, I think it was last year at some point, and the couple was really sweet. They were sort of these little punk rock kids, and they were, really young, and all their friends were really rowdy, and they were having a great time. And it was over sort of in the 9th Street area, like, where there's still some development going on, and they were, some of the guests at the wedding were propositioned by prostitutes. And so the wedding guest told the prostitutes that they weren't interested. I don't think in those words exactly. I think they were kind of nasty about it. Prostitutes got in their car, drove by where these guests were outside, and it was like a big warehouse, so there was a big door open, and maced everyone that was out there. And it was a mace bomb, like a fogger, and the mace blew into the space and stopped the wedding dead cold. People were sent to the hospital. It was crazy. I mean,
were you affected? Did you get hit?
Well, it blew in, and all of a sudden all our eyes were burning. It was just like, for me, it wasn't as bad because the people that got it really badly, they had to pour milk in their eyes and all this crazy. It was crazy. So yes, I would say that's crazy. Weddings always bring with them some of the craziest stuff. You think it's clubs, but it's really not.
What can we catch you doing in your free time when you're not DJing?
What is free time? What does that mean? I'm just kidding. I have no free time. I'm always DJing. I'm always I'm one of those people that even if I'm sitting watching TV, I'm typing email and listening to some other music thing and trying to coordinate some other schedule thing, so I'm always kind of on the move. Mm-hmm. I go to a lot of shows. I mean, I like going to shows at Black Cat and 930 and, DC9 and stuff like that. So, that's pretty much it.
When and how did your big mashup dance parties come about?
Well, it's a funny story, actually. I had a dream one night that I did this dance party, the Lady Gaga, Madonna, and MIA one. And when I woke up, I was like, and I dreamed that I did it at the 9:30 Club, and I was like, man, that's a great idea. So I wrote the 9:30 Club an email, and I said, hey, I had this idea for a dance party. What do you think? And they said, love it. Let's do it in 10 days.
Wow.
And I kind of thought they were going to say, love it, let's do it next year, or love it, let's put that on the roster for later. So, I mean, you know, I just was completely shocked. And so my expectation was that it was going to, you know, be a small kind of thing, just try it out, see what they thought. And then it just blew up. I mean, it sold out the day of the show. Wow. Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah.
That being said, Lady Gaga and Madonna seem to be a feature in pretty much all of your mashup dance parties. Is there a reason for this?
Yes, and I mean, it's funny because I felt a little weird at first about the pop diva thing, because I was sort of like, you know, I'm about as non-pop diva-ish as you could possibly get, but I've been a lifelong Madonna fan. I will not tell you how old I am, but I'll just say that I was...
No, I ask, it's okay.
I remember when the first Madonna album came out, and it was like a high point in my life, and I loved it. So, you know, I followed her career pretty closely, and Lady Gaga just has that same sensibility where she just rocks out hits, and she's amazing, and seems to be an individual who, A, is really comfortable with herself, B, is really close to her fans, and C, is really happy about people imitating, loving, playing her music, being into her and what she's doing and stuff like that. So I respect them a lot as artists. And their music's just fun. I mean, it builds a really, really fun party. People like most of their music. It is not difficult to build a party around them. And also, I mean, just from a female DJ standpoint, to be able to lock into the music of other, you know, of female artists is kind of nice, because it sort of showcases the girl power thing.
Alright. Well, this month's installment of your show features DJ Lems as your opener.
Right.
I know he's very, very excited for this opportunity. How did you get involved with Lems?
Well, he was an opener for me when we did the mashup show in Baltimore at Ram's Head Live, and I just loved his energy. I thought he was really excellent. He did a great job warming up the crowd. He's a really great guy. I mean, just, you know, personally and professionally, I have a lot of respect for him, and I just thought he would be great to do other shows with. I mean, I'm happy to have him open for me anytime he wants to.
So I'm sure I'll be happy to hear that. What are you expecting from this month's mashup show?
Well, we've raised the bar a little bit. Last time I did it, and you know, basically I've gone on tour with it on the East Coast a little bit, so it's been fairly similar, where we have my visual guy Kylos, who does live VJing behind where we're standing, and you know, the show's pretty straightforward: music, videos, visuals, stuff like that. This time I've hired a couple of dancers to be on stage and kind of just keep the crowd hyped up. I've gotten a couple of little like cool visual surprises through the night, and I just want it to be kind of a bigger party, and I will happily keep figuring out ways to kind of boost that as I go. Yeah.
Lastly, what can we expect from you in the near future?
Well, in a perfect world, I would love to be able to transition out of just playing other people's music and start playing my own music too. So I've done some remixes and things of that nature. I'm hoping to do a lot more of that and actually start to write some stuff and start to, you know, just kind of come into my own as an artist, and, you know, sort of parlay what I've learned in doing these big parties into doing some stuff that's a little more original.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that about does it for our first interview here at Dark Planet Records. If for more information about DJ Lil'e or for tour dates and whatnot, visit her website, djlil'e.com. Thanks for joining us. Cheers.
Thanks.